What's up? What is good? It's your boy Olufemi 96, and I just want to come on here and talk about this, right? As you see the title of this video, don't aim for Japanese publishers. Yeah, don't aim for Japanese publishers. And the reason why I say that is because, man, a lot of people still seem to want to get published in Japan. A lot of foreigners, right? And you have Coffee Comics, you have other people talking about it, but mostly it's been, other than me, it's been Coffee that's been talking about it. He even calls these establishments, Shueisha, Kodansha, he calls them dungeons, right? And even in my other video, I put out back in December, I said in that video that you should self-publish. Yeah, I still think everyone should self-publish, which is why there's an indie manga market, right? And I came across this Reddit post, and it came out three months ago, and it says reasons why you shouldn't want to pursue a career as a pro mangaka, especially in Japan. Well, I mean, the only way you can be a pro mangaka is to be serialized in Japan, but this Reddit post is about why you shouldn't pursue it. And honestly, I don't think, like, if you believe you have the stamina to do it, go ahead, bro. But like Coffee has said, nobody has the stamina. Nobody who's outside of Japan has the stamina to do it, bro. Nah. Nobody got the stamina to do it, bro. You see, Kodansha, they're trying to do this award thing of Manga Academy. They're trying to, man, let me just get into what I have to say. So, number one, difficulty to break in. While it's possible for foreigners to break in, Felipe Smith, Juan Albaran, etc., it's very difficult as barrier to entry is very high. Yeah, it's very difficult. It's even difficult for the Japanese themselves to break into the manga industry. I mean, let me pull up this dude, Yuki Kawaguchi, right? He is the creator of Order the Flame. Oh no, Kawaguchi. It's not a basketball player. Kawaguchi. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah, Kawaguchi. There we go. He did Order the Flame, and he did Hunter's Guild Red Hood. I have all the volumes for Red Hood. I don't have Order the Flame, but I actually like his art style. His art style is really nice. I mean, his storytelling is something else. Yeah, but this dude had 2 series in Jump, bro. Both of them got canceled. Right? I mean, come on, bro. Both series, this one, Red Hood, and Order of the Flame, got canceled. And he actually got into Jump. But there's a whole lot of other manga artists that are trying to get into Jump, and they can't. I mean, I'm not saying they should give up, but at the same time, it's like, Jump is very cutthroat, bro. Like, they do not play. They are very cutthroat. They are very strict. They have a very, like, their standards are very high. Like, you have to be of a professional standard to get into Shonen Jump. Right. That's why it's difficult for people to break in. Even for the Japanese themselves. And you think as a foreigner you're gonna go over to Japan and get your stuff serialized in Shonen Jump. Like, bro, it's gonna be very. I'm not. See, if you can learn Japanese, meet the standard. Meet the standard of drawing, writing, all of that, and you feel you can fight through the rejection, then go ahead. But I mean, That's part of the reason why a lot of people are putting one shots on Manga Plus creators. I mean, a lot of the manga on here, they just badly drawn anyway. But that's why a lot of people are trying to. That's why they made. Well, that's why Shueisha made Manga Plus creators, and then you have all these people putting one shots, hoping that they can get serialized in Shonen Jump Plus, which is Shonen Jump Plus is different from Weekly Shonen Jump. But even that, it's like it's very competitive. You're competing against not just other foreigners, but the Japanese themselves. The Japanese the people who want to get the Japanese manga artists who want to get serialized in either in Weekly Shonen Jump or Shonen Jump Plus. You're competing against them as well. So that makes it even more difficult, right? I mean, this one won gold. So that means it's going to get published, not serialized, published in Shonen Jump Plus. The one shot, Little Monster, right? The other one that got that won gold was No Name by Rafal Jackie, but guess what? It got canceled. It got canceled. You see? Like damn, yo. I'm gonna move on to my second point, bro. I think it's even if you break in, it's like you have to maintain a certain level of, I guess, like you have to maintain a certain fan base. If you lose or attention, you have to maintain a certain amount of attention from the readers, and if you lose that attention over time, your manga will get canceled. They don't care. They are strict as hell. Like, they've canceled so many series. Number 2, long hours. Most mangaka work day till night with very rare days off. As a result, many have poor health, and yeah, even if you have fun drawing for 14 hours a day, day after day will become tiresome. I agree. This schedule is the schedule. Masashi Kishimoto, he's the creator of Naruto. This was his schedule. Yeah. Work, sleep, work, lunch, work, dinner. That's sketching. Doing the preparation for storyboards. Work, sleep, search for resources, materials, and watching videos. Lunch and cleaning. Work, dinner. Working, dinner, bath time. Like, I get it. I love to draw. You love to draw. I understand. Like, you want to get serialized in Jump or Kodansha, but if you're not willing to sacrifice everything else, like your health, your social life, your friends, your family, if you're not willing to sacrifice everything else, all of that, just for your dream to be serialized in Weekly Shonen Jump or any other Japanese manga magazine, if you're not willing to sacrifice those things for that, for your dream, forget it, bro. So like, because I'm gonna pull up this dude, bro. Red F manga, bro. He went to Japan. Look at this, bro. And Coffee just made a video about this on his Patreon. Bruh.
I do not know how this is going to go. Heard their process is quite brutal. And I also heard that at least 10% out of 100 people get anything good from this. But at the end of the day...
10%, bro. 10%. Are you serious? Like, bro, just finish your story, bro. Draw your story. You got Clip Studio. You got. I will advise not to post on Manga Plus creators. You got Global Comics. You can post it on Global Comics. You could even post it on Webtoon, but that's another story. Man.
If I can't go big, then what's the point of even having passion? What's the point? Manga is my life, and I'm gonna still be here afterwards. See you on the other side, guys. Wish us luck, wish us luck. Yes. Jesse from the future here. I just got done with my appointment. I'm going back to my hotel now. Guys, we won. I cannot believe I'm saying this, but I have official contacts with Shueisha! And if you don't believe me, here's my interpreter.
Hi, my name is Masa. I was an interpreter for the meeting with Jesse and Shueisha, and the editor gave him really positive and good notes. First of all, he complimented the quality of drawing, and he said they wouldn't be surprising if his work has won any award. So this was really surprising, but it was really good news for a publishing company like Shueisha to give a very good positive note. So, congrats, Jesse. You earned it. You deserve it. Oh. This is amazing.
Oh my goodness, Lord. Okay.
So this dude went to Shueisha. He went to Shueisha. He showed his art to the editors, right? They said they loved it. They gave him a business card. Okay, cool. Now what's gonna happen, bro? It's like, man, like if nothing comes of this, and it's like you just wasted your time, bro. I'm not hating on him. I'm not hating. This is not hate. No. I'm just saying, like why even bother going over there just to have a discussion and nothing happened, bro? And even if he was able to get published in, he was able to get something published, that doesn't move to a serialization. And even if it did move to a serialization, he's still gonna have to go through all this. It's, man, like his art is very good. His art is very good. His art is even better than mine. His art is very good. But can he keep this up on a consistent level for week after week after week after week after week for years? Like, oh man. That's what you're gonna have to go through if you're in Weekly Shonen Jump or Shonen Jump Plus or any other Japanese manga publishing magazine. I'm gonna move on to number 3. Pay at a large publisher is roughly $100 USD a page, which sounds good, but then keep in mind you'll most likely need multiple assistants. Which you pay for yourself. Many mangaka don't even keep any of their manuscript money, as it all goes to the assistants. Thus, rely on volume sales in order to have an income. The author of Kagurabachi said he was in the red for the first few months of serialization, and he was at Shueisha, a company with the highest average manuscript payment. Oh man, you see. And yes, I guess it's not all about the money, but even then it's like, why even bother making this a career if you can't live off of it? Now, I'm not saying to not do it. You should still do it, but you're better off working a higher paying job. Working a higher paying job and just doing manga on the side, rather than making manga your full-time job, and you're barely surviving, bro. Barely. Many mangaka don't keep any of their manuscript money. That's insane. How they gonna survive? Bro, Tokyo, Japan, well, I think most manga artists live in Tokyo, Japan. It's very expensive, bro. I think it's just as expensive or even more than living in New York City. And that's where all the manga publishers are in Tokyo. Like, at the end of the day, it's man. It's not, yes, it's not about the money, but at the same time, it's like, if it ain't about the money, you might as well just work a regular job and just make manga on the side. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna move on to number 4. Stress. Even if you finally manage to break in, you'll be stressed as you're always thinking about deadlines and the chance of cancellation. Even people like Kishimoto, Naruto's manga, aren't immune to cancellation. Remember this? For those who know. Remember this manga? Remember this manga? Remember this? Remember this? Remember this? Oh my goodness, bro. Remember this, bro. Samurai 8, The Tale of Hachimaru. This was Kishimoto's second series after Naruto. And guess what? It got canceled after a year. Why? Because the Japanese weren't receptive to it. It got canceled, bruh. It got canceled. I told you, Shonen Jump is ruthless. Same thing with my boy Yuki Kawaguchi. 2 of his series got canceled. And see, I know somebody's gonna say, like, what about Horikoshi? Yes, Horikoshi made My Hero Academia. Okay, cool. I get, and the thing is, I'm not saying that people should just give up on this dream of becoming a manga artist in Weekly Shonen Jump. What I'm saying is that you should count the costs, because this is what you're gonna have to go through if you're still gonna aim for that. I'm not aiming for that. Coffee Comics is not aiming for that. I know a lot of people who are not aiming for that because it's not worth it. I mean, imagine having a story that you're very passionate about. You have something to say in your story. You have a story that's on your heart you want to tell. Imagine getting it into Weekly Shonen Jump, and then they decide to change, the message of your story. Because really, if you do manage to get into Jump and it gets serialized, they will have control over your story. You're right. They will have control over your story and your characters and the message you're trying to say. They will have control. And if it's not receptive to the Japanese, it will get canceled. And on top of that, you can't just say, "Oh, I'm a continue it on my own." No, because once it's serialized, once it's published and serialized in Jump, it's copyrighted by Jump. They own it now. They own the rights to your work. You can't just say, "I'm gonna because it's canceled, I'm gonna start over. I'm gonna start it over on my own." Nah. That's why it's better for you to keep the rights to your IP. And on top of that, you got to keep up the quality of your artwork the same all throughout the series. Week by week by week. You got to keep that. Like, imagine not... And the thing is, you have to... As a creative, you have to go out and explore the world. You have to go out and, experience life for you to come back and have something to say in your story. That's what Coffee has been saying this whole time. But if all you're doing is sitting at your desk each and every day, if all you're doing is sitting at your desk each and every day trying to make your deadline, you won't have time to go out and explore the world and explore and experience life so that you can come back and have something to say in your story. It's just not going to work. Poor crossover of skills. People who try to become quaints can relatively easily pivot into fields like data science or software engineering if they fail. But if you fail to become a mangaka, the skills don't really translate. Yeah. Anyway, here are some motivations you might have for trying to become a pro mangaka. Desire to create a franchise like Dragon Ball with One Piece. Dudes really want to go over there to become the next Oda, or next Kishimoto, or next Horikoshi, or next Gege Akutami. Okay. I'm just going to be honest, if you set out to create a manga mainly for the purpose of creating a popular franchise, you're probably going to fail. It's difficult to create a popular series in the first place, and then for it to be a franchise, it's even more difficult. Creation is hard and if your end goal isn't purely for the love of the craft, it'll be even harder. Exactly. All that matters is you finishing your story. That is all that matters. You don't need to become the next Kishimoto. You do not need to become the next Oda. You do not need to become the next Gege Akutami. You do not need to become the next Horikoshi. You don't need to be in Shonen Jump. You don't need to be published in Japan. No, you do not. No. It's not necessary. Make your comic and put it on the internet. That's it. Like, bro. Do it for the love of it, bro. Do it because you have something to say. That's why I respect Coffee Originals, bro. Coffee has something to say. All these people on Coffee Originals, they have something to say. It's all for the love of the game. Like, you know what I'm saying? Instead of stressing, even if you make it into Jump, instead of stressing, oh, I gotta draw this manga chapter or else I won't get paid. Instead, I'm just get a real job and make the comic on the side. That's what I'm doing with Aurea. Let me pull my joint up. Hold on. I mean, I'm not making manga. I'm making webtoons, but I prefer to make webtoons, bro. I prefer to make webtoons. That's just me. It's on hiatus right now. I am working on the next couple episodes, but yeah. This is all out of love and passion for what I'm doing. I'm not doing this to blow up. No. So what if you don't become famous? It doesn't matter. Oh my goodness, bro. Money. As mentioned above, money in manga is not great, but one thing that's better than the American industry is the royalty system. But Oda is a multi-millionaire. My response to that is that if someone had the amount of influence Oda had in any other country, any other industry, such as tech, they'd be 100% richer. I guess. Move on to the next one. Want to tell stories. I put this in quotes because this is for those that daydream all day of making an epic story and never actually putting anything down on paper. They think if they become a pro mangaka, it'll solve all their problems and they'll actually get stuff done, but they won't make it in the first place. If you want to tell a story, like I said, just make it. You have Clip Studio. You got Medibang. Medibang is free. The desktop version. Make your manga and just put it on the internet, bro. Global Comics, Webtoon. You good. Don't put it on Manga Plus Creators though. Don't put it on there. There's AI trash on there. But at least put it on Global Comics. Right? Pursuit of happiness, satisfaction. Some people think that if they become a mangaka, suddenly all their problems will go away. But the life of a mangaka is still... What? Boy, you stressed. What are you talking about? Your life? Man. But the life of a mangaka is still the life of an ordinary person. Everyone has to wake up, work, sleep, deal with taxes, stress. If you actually do become a mangaka, then what? You either feel empty or need to chase satisfaction from a new goal. Instead of all that, find satisfaction in the stuff you create now. Exactly, bro. Thank you. Stop. Like, bro, stop trying to chase. Oh my goodness. Woo. Like, if you really love this, man, if you really love this, you're not gonna want to aim for jump, bro. Like, actually think about, like I said in my past video, in the video where I talked about self-publishing. Is this, like, bro? Is this out of love for the craft, or are you just trying to be famous? Like, I'm sorry, bro. My boy Yuki Kawaguchi, bro. Bro. I think he should just self-publish, bro. Yeah, or go to a different magazine. But even then, you should have full control over your work. You should just put it online yourself instead of trying to go through an establishment. Because again, if your story is not, like, if it's not the way, like, if it doesn't reach the amount of popularity that the publisher wants, it will get canceled. It will get canceled, bro. These publishers are ruthless. They do not care. It's, at the end of the day, it's a business. The manga industry is a business. You have to do it out of love and passion for it. It has to be done out of love. And I think that if you truly love your story, if you truly love the manga that you're working on, you're not gonna want other hands to be on it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah. If you want it to be of a professional standard, you probably should get somebody to look over it. But at the same time, it's like, bro, forget the fame, bro. You don't need to be famous. And I'm not crushing on people's dreams. I'm just saying, bro, like, this is reality. This is reality. Japan, they don't play games when it comes to manga. They don't play. The Japanese manga industry, they do not play. This should be out of love and passion. This should not be because I'm trying to blow up and be famous. And, like, cause man, like, if you're on this website, Manga Plus Creators, and you're putting a one shot here, to get picked up to get into Shonen Jump Plus, it's like you gotta ask yourself, you gotta ask yourself, do I love it or am I just trying to be famous? Because I'm sorry, you're not gonna be the next you're not gonna be the next Gege. You're not gonna be the next Oda. You're not gonna be the next Kishimoto. I'm sorry. You're not, bro. With that said, you still might want to become a mangaka. I have two things to say to you. You should make manga if you enjoy the creation process now. Exactly. Instead, have whether or not you become a mangaka, but be a byproduct of your desire to create. Exactly. So even if you don't end up becoming a pro mangaka, you still had fun in the process. However, if you don't enjoy mangaka, say the chances of becoming pro is a little slim. And I don't know why don't pursue manga from the outset as a career. Instead, if possible, pursue a career that pays the bills and has good work-life balance. Then pursue manga on the side until it becomes viable for you to transition full time. No, I don't even do that, bro. Don't even think about pursuing manga to transition to it full time. No. Because it's bro, we live in a world where most people don't even value art. That's just the honest truth. So, and unless you blow up and become famous off of this thing, you're better off working a regular job and making your manga or comic on the side. That is what I'm doing. Shit, I'm working at a dry cleaners and I'm making this webtoon on the side. Yeah. But I will eventually leave this dry cleaner soon. You know? You should make manga, you should make comics out of love and passion for it. Not because you want to be famous. That's why I really say don't aim for Japan. I mean, it's like really think about it. Do you love it or are you just trying to blow up? Right? It should be you should do it all out of desire to create. Out of desire to tell your story, to put out something you want to say in the world. That is what Coffee has been saying this whole time. What do you have to say in your story? What is it that you want to put out? What message do you want to put out in the world in your story? That is what matters. Not being famous. Because even like I said previously, the manga industry is a business. If you don't meet the standard, you won't get accepted. And even if you do get accepted, if you don't maintain a certain amount of if you don't maintain a certain readership, you get canceled. And on top of that, they can change and twist your story and characters into however they want to, because you're under their publishing label. When you sign that contract, you give up the rights to them so they can do whatever they want, because they now own the rights to your IP. Right? Exactly. I think if you really love this craft, you would go indie. You would just be an indie artist. Or if you do decide to go for a publisher, you go for something like Coffee Originals, where if you go, I don't know if he'll ever open submissions again. I doubt it, because he said he won't. But if you do get into not Jump. Oh my goodness. Coffee Originals. All Coffee wants is for you is to have a story. Have a story that has something to say in that story. Your character has a goal. Your character has a mission and a goal, right? That's all he asks for. And that's really all that matters in the story. What do you have to say in it? You know? But that's all I gotta say in this video. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.